She thought the patch on her sleeve was just a symbol of service, until the crew chief recognized it and everything in the hangar changed in an instant. What happened next turned an ordinary maintenance shift into a mission that could cost careers, reputations, and maybe even lives. From which part of the country are you watching from? Leave a comment. The morning sun cast long shadows across the flight line as Senior Airman Elena Carter rolled her toolkit beneath the hulking A-10 Thunderbolt II, the iconic bird nicknamed the Warthog. The aircraft loomed above her like a sleeping beast, its massive GAU-8 a Gatling cannon protruding from the nose, silent yet menacing. For most of the base personnel, this was just another routine inspection day. But for Elena, it was a chance to prove herself. Ever since she arrived at Falcon Ridge Air Base, whispers had followed her. She was dedicated, sharp, and calm under pressure, but also secretive. She kept to herself, rarely spoke unless spoken to, and always wore that strange skull patch with the motto that others may live, a patch most assumed was just sentimental. As Elena tightened the retaining bolts on the cannon, her mind drifted to her father, a special operations pilot who died in a mission she was never given full details about. The patch had been his. It was her connection to the man whose shadow she lived beneath. But she didn't know that the patch meant something more, something the base commander didn't want resurfacing. Staff Sergeant Wade Thompson, the newly assigned crew chief, strolled into the hangar half awake, expecting a normal morning. He'd heard rumors about the woman in blue, bright, talented, stubborn, but none of them prepared him for what he saw. When his eyes landed on the patch, his breath caught. The skull wasn't just symbolic. It marked membership, or lineage, to a classified rescue squadron long believed to be disbanded. Rumors tied the unit to covert missions, betrayal, and blacklisted operations. "Where did you get that patch?" Wade asked, voice cracking ever so slightly. Elena froze. "It belonged to my father." Wade's shock deepened. "Your father, was he Captain Michael Carter?" Elena's wrench slipped from her hand. She'd never told anyone that name, not since being warned as a child to keep it secret. "How do you know that?" she demanded, eyes narrowing. Wade swallowed. He remembered. He had been a young airman trainee during the fallout, back when Carter's name echoed through halls and whispers. The captain was accused of going rogue during a rescue mission and abandoning protocol. Classified files painted him as a traitor, but others claimed he was set up for exposing corruption within the command chain. "Elena," Wade whispered, "you shouldn't be wearing that here. If the commander sees." Before he could finish, Colonel Donovan marched into the hangar, his polished boots echoing sharply. The commander's gaze landed on the cannon, then on Elena, then, chillingly, on her patch. His jaw tightened. "Carter!" A wave of tension rippled through the air. Wade stepped instinctively in front of Elena, trying to shield her from the colonel's glare, but Donovan's cold voice cut through. "I suppose you think you're honoring your father by being here, but you're walking into a fire you do not understand." Elena straightened, refusing to cower. "My father was no traitor, and if you know more than the files revealed, then you owe me the truth." Donovan shook his head. "The truth would destroy you." But Wade disagreed. He'd heard fragments, rumors that Donovan himself had been linked to the cover-up. If Elena's father had been framed, someone powerful had benefited. Days later, as Elena dug through archived mission logs, she discovered encrypted data hidden inside her father's old dog tags. The files detailed a mission gone wrong, not because her father disobeyed, but because he refused to follow an illegal order issued by the now powerful Colonel Donovan. The real twist? Her father had saved lives by disobeying. The ones lost were the result of Donovan's bad intel, and the cover-up was designed to protect the colonel's ascent. Elena felt the ground shift beneath her. The man who shaped her career path, who evaluated her work, had condemned her father and rewritten history. With Wade's help, she prepared to expose the truth, planning to release the files through military oversight channels. But Donovan intercepted them and cornered Elena in the hangar late at night. "What do you want?" he growled. "Justice," she answered. Yet Donovan wasn't alone in his guilt. Another twist emerged when Wade revealed he knew more. He had been involved in the mission as a trainee and had stayed silent out of fear, guilt eating at him for years. Elena looked at him, eyes hardening. "So you were part of the lie." Wade nodded, tears welling. "I want to fix it." The climax unfolded when Elena confronted Donovan publicly during a readiness inspection. Wade backed her, confessing everything. Investigators took Donovan into custody, pending review. In the end, Elena restored her father's honor. The patch that once symbolized secrecy became a symbol of truth and resilience. But justice had a cost. Wade faced disciplinary action too, but found redemption in revealing the truth. And Elena earned respect, not because of her lineage, but because of her courage to challenge corruption in the name of integrity. She looked up at the A-10's cannon, silent now, knowing she had finally fired her shot. Subscribe request. If you enjoyed this story and want more dramatic military twists and powerful character journeys, make sure to subscribe. Your support helps us bring more gripping tales straight to you.